Friendship supreme. Friendship supreme. Finding the geek within.
Hey everybody, my name is Michael,
My name's Clave.
and welcome to an exciting episode of Friendship,
Supreme.
where the podcast that dares to ask, what's an old franchise you wish would come back? Because, we keep reviving them all from the graveyard.
You said that so fast. I think one of my favorite franchises is Thundercats, but I won't be like greedy about that because they tried to bring that back a couple times. There was like another whole cartoon, and then there was like the Thundercats Go, which was like Teen Titans Go reimagining. And Captain Planet, man, I feel like
Why has it not
You know,
come back?
and global warming and
It's
whatnot,
perfect
like
time.
maybe you teach kids how to, take care of this planet that we're destroying.
They could be
anyway,
super
what-
anti-guns too.
Yeah. What about you, man? Is
Yeah,
there a franchise
although-
that you?
I've heard blood helps grow trees and stuff, so
Oh,
no, maybe
We've got plenty of
Captain
that.
America is pro gun.
Captain Planet.
Oh yeah, Captain Planet. Maybe Captain Planet is pro gun. He's just going around like, here kids, AKs for everybody.
Why not? Our politicians do it.
We're so political here. A franchise that I wish would come back. Okay, you might have to look up the trailer of this on your phone, but the franchise I would like to come back is WMAC Masters, the World Martial Arts, World Martial Arts Champions Council.
Okay.
Council.
Okay.
Do you remember this show?
No.
Okay. So every week they would have, it was like Mortal Kombat, where these two people would come out and they're masters at their craft,
Okay.
at their form of martial arts, and they would fight each other. And it was the hokiest, horrible fucking looking thing, but I feel like we could do so well now.
And it would be like, I don't know how it was then, but it would really be like the authentic styles of.
Yeah. It
Because
was,
you could just call a guy, right? You could just call a guy and be like, hey. But also, nobody would want to lose.
So this one was very
So you're
much
just
like a
UFC
WWE situation.
Mm.
It's much more scripted, like, I don't know. The vibe was very cheesy. But
I was thinking more like Vin Diesel and The Rock, right? Nobody wants to like nobody wants their style to be like seen as the loser.
Fair.
So we have to every fight into draws.
Either that or I like, you know what, like Legends of the Hidden Temple would be nice. Like
They brought that back.
Did they? I knew they made a movie out of it. I didn't know they brought like
I believe they brought a show. Give me a second. Keep talking.
Or Double Dare or Guts. I don't know. Like, although like obviously now that's not as entertaining to me, but I think kids need to be able to see game shows where like it's not just Mr. Beast saying, "I'll give you $100,000 if you don't eat this, paint soaked sandwich."
June 4th, 2022. Legend of the Hidden Temple reboot canceled.
It was getting rebooted and it didn't. Nailed it.
Well, I'm wondering if it did and then died, or from 2021 to 2022. So it did make it.
Oh, okay.
Check it out, man.
The desire's not
funny
there.
enough. I think it's on the CW.
Oh, nice.
I think it's where
that's why it went bad. That's why it went bad.
CW. Oh, you know what? But you know what? The CW is brave enough to get out there and make the content nobody else will.
Just like us.
So
we're like the CW of the podcast.
We're
world.
the CW podcast of the rest. Oh, that makes so much more sense. Why you just can't get that traction.
Everything makes sense. I've seen our King Shark. I know what's happening.
Okay, so I have a surprise for you.
Ooh,
your ear is nowhere as close to the ground as mine is, typically.
Never.
So I'm going to show you.
Oftentimes, by the way, guys, I'm reminded that we have a podcast that is rooted in
Pop
pop
related?
culture, and
Yeah.
I'm not good at it.
I'm going to show you a trailer.
Yeah.
We'll probably just cut this out because
Yep.
copyright shit. Try not to see the title.
Okay.
Let yourself just kind of be engulfed in the surprise. So we just watched the trailer for uh, a video game
Oh, that makes sense.
called,
It did say Unreal Engine.
yeah, Small Soldiers War for the Necron. So in the video, it posted June 21st, apparently.
Mhm.
Hey there, YouTube community. We're happy to announce the proof of concept trailer for our next big project at Commodron Studio.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready to dive into the extraordinary world of Small Soldiers, an epic toy battle brought to life in Unreal Engine 5, pushing the boundaries of cinematic storytelling to new heights. Now, it looks good. It looked good. It looked great. I don't know how interested in a game that I would be for it. Having said that, the last one came out, or the movie came out 1998
Yeah, dude. People even fucking remember this?
with no real love past that, you know?
No. Okay. So everybody knows, right? Michael's talked about this a million times on this podcast. Small Soldiers is the reason for the rodeo burger at Burger King, one of the greatest dollar menu items that ever existed. And I love them for it. And I have a very, I have a big attachment to the movie in general. I really enjoyed it. But I agree. I think that's not necessarily one that, like, I don't think anybody's been clamoring for it. But I have an interesting thing to talk to you about this. But I want to see where you have to go.
Well, I think on one side, and I'm annoyed at myself because as much as I'm like, stop just doing same shit, I thought this was going to be a movie, and I was like, all right, I'd be a little interested.
I would.
Uh, Two, it seems like maybe the humans are the good guys from this one, which there's a whole reason why the Gorgons were the good guys.
That's right, Gorgon. Sorry, I said Argon.
And then three, I just feel like I said, yeah, a game to me. I don't know if I mean, what is it going to be like a Halo, your team versus my team thing, where everyone has special abilities, or I mean, maybe it's just a single player telling a story. Maybe you'll flop back and forth. It's too early, obviously, to speculate too much stuff. But how do you feel about this franchise? Which, from what I've seen online, no TV show,
No.
no comic, no worth of social media or media whatsoever outside of that one movie. Keep in mind, it's a big enough movie to where you and I still remembered it.
Well, yeah. I mean, the moment I saw like the girl, the main character, I was like, "Shit, this is Small Soldiers." Like, there's no way that's not what this is. It does make more sense that it's a video game because when I was watching it, I was like, it almost had more of a home video feel. So it makes sense it's a quote unquote proof of concept rather, because it did not look like. It looked like the same technology they used back then, almost. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but what I will say to you, I agree. I think a movie I would have been interested in. The moment you said it's a video game, bells and whistles started going off in my head. I've already pulled it up. This has been a game that has been out for a year. It's been talked about for 2 years, called Hypercharged Out of the Box. Or Unboxed. And that's what this is it's literally a what if toy soldiers were in an FPS. And so is it just that we said, oh shit, we could throw a fucking IP on top of that and then make it our own thing instead? because this thing has had a lot of hype for the game. Now it's only
Mhm.
on Steam and Switch, so we've never played it, but
Weird fucking places for that to be.
agreed. We have not played it, but I am very familiar with it and I've seen gameplay for it, and we've had
Mhm.
friends that have played it, and it's a good game. So it almost seems kind of shitty. It's almost like the big guy saying, because this is an indie game that was made by some random group of guys.
Fans who I'm sure loved this movie.
No, I'm saying this other game.
Yeah, I'm saying it's probably made by fans who love
Oh,
this
probably.
movie.
Yeah, probably. And now this IP is gonna be like, we could do the same shit and instead be fucking a movie that I guess they can stack name on instead of, because we can't put Toy Story in it.
Right. Well, not to mention, like, we're also at a point where there's a Indiana Jones movie that just came out, which started when there's a Mission Impossible movie that's about to come out that started when, like,
I found myself
we're
defending that the other day.
what?
Mission Impossible.
Mm,
I know. I said, you know what? Cleve and Stephanie proved to me that these movies are still viable and they are all still good at what they're doing.
well, you got to watch the right ones, but yes, you're like one. I think still holds up. The technology does not. Two's not good, or two's very 90s. He's got cool tossy hair and he rides a motorcycle. Three,
As a Limp
I,
Bizkit album.
three I don't like because it seemed like a ending, and then we made four.
Mm.
This doesn't matter. Um, yeah, I just when is there going to be something original that comes up that Miles will grow up with that will be his nostalgic thing, or are we just going to keep pushing out? I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want these things to die, right?
Right.
I'm glad that the new Ninja Turtles movie coming out. Like,
Rather than
where's
trying to revamp the same things that they've been pumping to kids, when they're going to pump something new. I mean, they
yeah,
do sort of. You have your, like, not that I'm excited by it, but you have, like, your Monster High and your, what's the fucking Jake? Oh, I guess that's,
that's what my kid gets. It's Monster High.
I don't know. I was trying to think. It's because I just saw a video talking about how ridiculous those are.
Alex Meyer.
Because they're like Phineas and Ferb, but really that came out around when we were kids. I mean, there's some, but nothing
Oh,
big.
kids.
Like no big. I guess Disney keeps doing it.
Yeah, but I mean, that movie when it came out, of course, got no love like it should have. Because I think it's a good movie. It's a
Yeah.
good movie. It's a good message.
Yep,
Um, it seemed a little dark
it was.
for younger kids.
Especially when you have Toy Story, the exact
Yeah,
same concept, but peaceful.
and then a little hokey, which might not have pulled in the adults. I don't know. It's one of
You,
those. It's one of those movies where it's like, who were you trying to get after? Got
another
me.
movie that used the
I'm
same
on. I'm on
concept
board.
was Indian in the Cupboard.
Mm,
Things coming to life. It was an interesting
can
movie
argue
slash
Child's
book.
Play.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, Child's Play. You know what?
It's a very thin line between
Yeah.
Toy Story.
There's not much of a thin line between Child's Play and Small Soldiers, because at one point in time they did definitely cut someone with a knife.
It did.
So,
But
I
what
mean,
did that person do? Also, the first movie had like a real cast to it.
yeah,
Um, Phil Hartman, R.I.P. Tommy Lee Jones, Kirsten Dunst was in it, and like also, I really respect like this route that they're trying to go with it because it does look good. It's not like you see it and you're like, oh my god, they're doing this thing again. I just
I would have been on board if they made it a whole new movie, never referenced anything prior, and then just went on with it like a reboot.
they might, I guess, I don't know. Well, and again, we keep talking about it, but it's a game. You
Right.
gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think I knew that the director for Small Soldiers directed Gremlins, first and second one.
Checks out. 100% checks out.
It has the same kind of vibe when you look at it that way, doesn't it? Oh, and Looney Tunes back in action with Brendan
Oh,
Fraser.
thank God.
Put that on the old resume.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's the thing is that even in the video game world, we keep asking for new things. So really, depending on what kind of game this is, it very well could just be another fucking Overwatch. Because that's the feel it could.
Yeah,
has
it could
to
be. I don't know, man. Well, it's just a good focus on storytelling, so I
Oh,
think
did it?
not that. Well, that's what the YouTube description said to it.
Mm.
And I read a little bit on it, but
So
I
like
mean,
Gears of War, but toys.
maybe. So there was that weird
Not-
moment where like he put his hand up to hers, like
Yeah, they used to be friends.
Like,
He got mutated
yeah.
somehow.
I guess.
Something like that. Or maybe
He's
both
and
of
became
them
the
were
leader?
friends. Who knows? But
It's like Saga.
I'm gonna tell you now, not one of the humans looked like a good person.
They all looked like they were ready. They looked
Fucking
like
lunatics.
they looked like they like to set things alive on fire and watch.
Yeah, definitely.
There was a really cool one. I don't know if you noticed it. Like he opened like his cape or his wings, whatever. And then like little minions came out of it.
I did see that. I liked the one that sheathed his sword and then pulled his sheath out, and it was like a weapon, like it was a gun.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
it makes perfect sense.
The
Why haven't
characters
I
look really
combined
cool.
that already?
The characters look really cool.
Yeah.
It'll be an interesting concept. I'd be real curious to see what kind of gameplay they're going to provide.
Maybe an RPG.
I mean, I played the Toy Story game on Sega Genesis, so
What's the difference, you know?
it's basically the
Oh
same
my
thing.
god, let it be a fucking side-scrolling platform, please.
No fucking
Unreal fucking Engine right here, baby. Oh, gotta grab the ledge. Pull myself up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It looks good. Definitely looks good. But
It did look good, and I hate myself that it did.
I think they're just gonna advertise to the people that they know have money, and it's us.
Well,
I mean, like we have money we can spend. Children do not.
Our crowd. I get you.
Right. No. We don't. Speaking of which, we have a Patreon and a Twitch. please give us all your money. Thanks.
But you know what? All they have to do is get one of these big guys on it, and that brings the kids on it. The kids that are watching that YouTube streamer, that deal. Fortnite sucked until
Ninja.
Yep.
100%.
And then I was like, oh shit, maybe that's the least I can do is give them a fucking skin. Save the whole game for him.
It's always scary to me, like he's our age. I'm like, God damn it. All right.
He's like, I trained. He wrote a book. So, but
I wrote a book once too. That's somehow I managed.
What's it about?
It's sorry, it's an office joke. I'm writing a autobiography on management style. It's called Somehow I Manage.
You gotta tell me what it's about.
I don't even remember. He says like he has a first sentence and that's it. That's all he's written. So, yeah, I mean, it will be. We did an episode about this the other day that franchises are opening and closing so quickly that like it could mean everything and it could mean nothing. It's pretty hard to stick right now in this environment.
See, we do it too. We're using conversations we do all the time.
CW, we're in it, baby. Oh man!
Now watch these graphics, and then Michael's gonna add super electricity to my arms
when he says it, because then I have to. He's like, "Is that all I have to do?" Wait a minute.
I'm flying.
Oh no!
Whoa.
Hello! I don't know.
Just take my whole square and just move it from side to side across clouds.
Let us know if you guys are excited about the idea of a Small Soldiers video game. Are you excited about it? Do you remember the original Small Soldiers? Is this going to be enough to get kids involved? The characters look cool.
I love that it's getting love. I feel like it deserves love.
Agreed.
I guess it makes sense that there was never any more like media for it because pretty much told the story. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where'd you go from there?
They did use the Spice Girls as psychological warfare,
They did.
and I was on board for that.
Makes sense. On the right circumstances, it can be really painful.
You want to talk about a wild trip? You fucking the Spice Girls, Spice World movie.
We're reviewing that next.
Fuck. I'd have to be inebriated in some way.
Can you even find that anywhere?
I think I have a VHS of it, Cleve. Let us know what you guys think, and please don't ever bring up the Spice World movie again. I'm sorry that I did it. You guys can reach us on all of our social medias. They're Friendship Supreme, except for on Twitter, it's Friendship Supreme, but just no eyes. All eyes should be on our YouTube channel or our Twitch channel, or our Kick channel, because that's a thing now.
Ooh.
I know, it's super exciting. You guys get to hear about it before anybody else. We are playing video games on Twitch and Kick 4 days a week, and then we bring you content on our YouTube channel a fuck ton of times. A fuck ton of times, guys. There's lots of content out there for you. We try to make stuff for everybody. If there's something you want to see, let us know. Otherwise, guys, thank you for being you. I've been Michael.
This is Cleve, and I can't find anywhere that will stream that movie for me.